Okay, so I'm back again. You'll notice that there's another new video and there'll be a fourth one tonight. Hopefully we'll get through some of these questions and get them answered for you. So one of the questions was, why am I posting in the discussion area and then submitting in the Dropbox the same material? Or I'm paraphrasing. So I want to show you why. It's a little secret called your teacher's way of organizing herself. More for my benefit than your benefit, but I'll explain it. So we're going to go over here into the discussions, and I will take the information in here. Like, here's your introductions and your shift happens videos with your comments on it. So you remember I told you in the previous video that you're supposed to submit notes and then you're supposed to submit comments. The reason is one, I want to watch and see how your note-taking skills are, and we want to get you all shined up and make sure that you can have real good note-taking skills. And then two, it helps you be able to make more educated responses on a higher thinking level, because it gives you more time to kind of process that information and put it in your brain and swish it around a little bit. It'll be amazing what you come out with at the end of this semester doing some of these exercises. You might think it seems like busy work, but really we're training your brain how to think, not what to think necessarily, but how to process this information. So in doing so, we have multi-layers of things that are happening with you as a student and with me. So one of the things is you're getting used to how to use tools, right, in an online environment. The next is we're trying to show you how to create conversation virtually. And so that's why we want you to post a question on a reading material, and we want that question to be a college level question or response, a response to the reading material, so that you show it yourself and you show me and your peers how you are interpreting this information, and you may come up with insights some of the rest of us never even thought of. So this is what's really cool when we work in a group like this. The second thing that's happening is that it allows your peers to kind of springboard off of what you've done and you off of what they've done, and they make responses back to your posts, and they may have questions, or it may trigger some kind of an idea or new thought. And so there's this back and forth conversation going on. Now, one of the things I want you to be very weary of doing is getting the mindset that I'm going to do only what I have to do to get a point, because it's not going to work that way. And you'll see that by using your self-assessment discussion rubric. When you read through that, you'll understand. I want to see a back and forth conversation. It may not be taking place in a room where at the same time, it could be 5 minutes apart, it could be half a day apart, it could be more than that, but there's this back and forth conversation that's going on, and we're stimulating ideas. We got this think tank going on. Okay, so then when we've got all of this done, your notes are done, your discussions are all done, then I have a place for you to be able to share those with me, so that I can make sure that you get all of the points and credit, and I could see that you've done those activities. And also it's a reminder in case you miss something, if you have to go hunt it up. So in the Dropbox, you open that up, and I separate these out pretty granularly. And it's because it's the way I think. It's not the right way or it's the wrong way. It's just the way that I organize material, and it helps me be able to go through your information besides all the other things that I have to do. Okay, so, and if we have to look something up, it's a very easy way for you or me to go back and be able to get that documentation. So you'll see Module 1, okay, and Task 5, Technology at Utopia response to questions. Okay, so that's what I want in there is whatever responses you made to questions for that task, I want you to just cut and paste those into a Word document and submit them. And make sure you put your name on them, okay? So that it's your last name and then with this title right here would be the best so that we keep everything organized. So then you've got another thing. Remember, there's two things that were going on here. One, you had to take notes, right? And you'll see that in the instructions that I give you in that discussion area. I did that this morning. So go in there and you are going to submit those notes, and what it is, you're using the highlighters and the comments in a PDF reader, and you'll go in there, you'll see I've given you instructions on how to do that. And when you get that all done, you're going to save it with this name on it, but right here where it says module 1, you'll put your last name and you submit it there. Okay, personal intro, that's when I ask you to go in and introduce yourself, right, to somebody. That you get points for that. Shift happens notes. Remember, we're going to take notes on these videos, so I want to see those notes, and I want to make sure you have credit for those. You put them in there. Your reflective shift happen comments. So anything that happened within the discussion area, you're going to fill out that rubric. You'll see it. And it's your discussion, online discussion rubric, self-assessment. You're going to give yourself some points, and then underneath that, because you're going to download it, it'll be probably a Word document, and you're going to download it, fill that out, and at the bottom, you're going to cut and paste all of your documentation from the discussion area into that document. So we have evidence. If something happened, I can download that, and you aren't going to lose your points, and I'm going to be able to keep track and be able to prove if somebody had any questions that yes, you earned these points and this is why, or to the contrary. Okay, so same thing with your syllabus questions. You know, these little simple things to just kind of get you used to. We're going to give you points for that. And then those peer responses, when you had to respond to your peers when they were introducing themselves, you had some peer responses. So that's what you're going to be doing. And you were to send me an email, right? So just when I should have sent everybody back a reply like, glad to hear you, that you were in the class, and I responded back. All you have to do is just cut and paste that into a Word document and submit it. And then we've got a record. So that's the method to my madness. And that's why I do it. You may have other instructors that do something different, but I'm making you be a little flexible here. So it might be a strategy that you want to use in your own classroom in some way. Okay?